My fellow builders, we're back, and I just wanted to do a quick comparison video on these two right here. The Lego set UCS Death Star and my custom mock UCS Death Star. As you can see, the Lego UCS Star Destroyer stands roughly 22 to 23, maybe 24 mark, and my Death Star stands almost at the 30, maybe a little under, maybe like 29, 28, around there. But the difference, you don't need a tape measure to see. You can see clearly, dead on, that it is massive. First of all, I want to elaborate. This is, in fact, I don't know if you can see, this is the official Lego one, through and through. This one right here, if you look closely, no Lego logos. Pretty much to sum this up, when the UCS Death Slice came out, part of me liked the interior thing, but at the same time, just did not like the interior at all because I didn't think it really displayed too well, especially compared to these, other massive models. Speaking of which, we saw this in the Lego store. They had it out on display. We could interact with the features and everything. It's a little smaller Lego store, so they were a little more, cool with you messing with the features and stuff. So we got hands-on experience with that set. And man, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll say this. It's not the worst set ever, but it is pretty darn lackluster, man. It's not there. It's not intimidating. It's more of a glorified playset than an actual display model. And as you know, you've seen the collection videos, we are way more into display models than anything else. And if you're wondering where the AT-AT is, it's right there. Just couldn't bring myself to get it. Talking to my brother about it, he said the same thing. We just could not bring ourselves to get it. And it just wasn't worth that $1,000 mark. It looks good at one angle. This one, on the other hand, I'm super glad that we got this one because, as you can see, it mogs everything around it. Let me explain how we made this, how we got the parts for it, because as you know, this one goes for quite a bit. And if you haven't guessed, this is a 2X of this one. I mean, as you can see, the little damage on the bottom is exactly the same design or very similar design to that one. And yes, there is a damaged part, but that's turned to the back, and I will show you that in a minute. I just think it looks a lot bigger and more menacing when it is just the fixed side, I think. We could have, went out of our way to get the two of these real. I mean, we got this one for fairly cheap, but that still would have costed, over $1,000 to get this one and make it the way it is in real authentic Lego. So since we have the original set, we got two fake sets and used the parts to make our own giant Death Star. I'm quite against buying fake Lego sets, right? So it could be a fake Death Star, fake Venator. I'm not into all that. Fake Falcon. I'm not into all that. But I am for mocks. The reason we got the two fake Death Stars to make this is because we already had this real. So since we already purchased that design, we just got two of them and made our own design based on Lego's design out of the parts. And yeah, this thing, even though it looks like it's a pain to move around, it's very easy to move around. It's very sturdy. A friend of ours literally smacked this thing full body and it just kind of swayed a little bit and took it like a champ. So surprisingly, it is durable. Lego constantly complains and says that sets like this cannot be made, and they clearly can. It's clearly possible. If me, who is just some goober on YouTube in my house, can make something like this, then why can't Lego? I don't understand. Now, continuing on, I'm sure you want to see the back, so let me just turn this sucker around. I'm going to have to put the camera down. Here is what the other side looks like. So it is still a Death Star 2. There's still the big gash out of the back. And there's still all those same little greeble bits like on this one. but it's just way, way bigger. And look at that. That's crazy, man. It's still crazy to look at this thing, even, after having it built for so long. It's just this, I think a lot of people just don't understand how great of sets, especially this set is. This is the pinnacle Death Star. And that's why a lot of people do like the new Death Star, because they don't have anything else. And they don't know what they're missing out on. I think a lot of times when people rate UCS sets, or they have rankings and they don't have all of them, in their collection, they don't really rate them properly. And I firmly believe if you don't own the set, you probably shouldn't be critiquing it or rating it or anything like that. You really have no right, because you don't know what the set is. If you don't have these, and you're saying, the Venator is terrible because this and that and the other, and you actually don't have the set, it's not really a fair comparison. If you have the set and have justified complaints, then you can complain about it. Same goes for any of these sets. Like, I've seen lists where the AT-AT is like not even top 5, and I'm thinking and I saw a list today where the Falcon was not even in the list. It wasn't listed as one of the best UCS sets of all time. There was like a top 10, and neither Falcon was there, and it's just because bro never has had the Falcon. If he had the Falcon, it would be on there, because we all know, for all of us Falcon owners, that these are two of the best UCS sets of all time. So again, I think that the Death Star situation is kind of just, the real reason it's overhyped is because it's $1,000, the first $1,000 Lego set. That whole kind of, trend or whatever is why it's, so popular. And also because people don't have this one. This one costs like $1,000 used, over $1,000. Sometimes it's like $1,200, and then new in the box is well over $2,000. And yeah, that's ridiculous. So if you want a tutorial on how to get this Death Star for like $500, give or take, and this as well for like $200, which $500, remember, is a lot of money. Legos are just a lot of money in general. But $500 for this thing that's half the cost of the new Death Star. And I guarantee 100% of you will like this one more than that new one. Unless you just really love the glorified playset aspect of it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just something to consider and be aware of when you're buying that thing. I think the figs are pretty okay. I think it's still lacking in a lot of places. There's way too many stickers. And so many other things. I think Sawbuck Studios made this whole video on the whole process of, or maybe it was M&R, maybe both of them did, but they went through this whole process of how the designer was like explaining why they made the choices they made, which is a ton of bull crap. But yeah, people who say, oh, this isn't possible, you can't make a Death Star this big that's full round, that's impossible. It literally is, and it's really sturdy. It's like, come on, I'm like shaking this thing around. Look at this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. It's not super long, I don't think. And if you want me to do some more in depth, like if you want to compare the Super Starter Stores, that'd be kind of cool. Legos versus 1 cases or 3 Starter Stores. I don't know if I'm going to move those because they especially, all 3 of them, I don't want to move any of them. They all have blown up on me before. And the Falcon's another one I think deserves comparison because, this one I think is super underrated now because this one's out. But this one for the time is really amazing. It was really ahead of its time, and it's my personal favorite Falcon just because how revolutionary it was for the time, and especially this one they didn't change the design. They just kind of put more details and stuff on it, which is fine. If it ain't broke, I like that they kept the design. But yeah, maybe the Save Ones or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's so many videos I could do. So if you like them, make sure to hit that like. If you didn't like them, dislike it.